You're on the Temu app and you're about to buy yourself a new Bluetooth speaker or your next Bluetooth speaker. And this, for the most part, is one of the top rated and top sold Bluetooth speakers out there, the TG117. So today I am here to tell you about it as I personally purchased this item here. Looks cool so far, but let's see what it actually has to offer. So the box itself comes like this, and depending on how yours was shipped to you, I was not so lucky to get a damaged box like that. But anyways, it's gonna say BT music, playtime 3 to 4 hours, and with mic for calls. Out of the box, you're gonna get this auxiliary cable, and then you have the micro USB cable for charging, but I would recommend using a charging brick and the cable to charge it faster, as it does take really long to charge this thing up. It has a battery of 1200 milliamp battery life, and it says 3 to 4 hours playtime, but based on my little usage there, it will somewhat not last that long. All right. You got your controls on one side and this little silicone / rubber flap that protects the USB, TF card section, the charging port, and the auxiliary head jack, 3.5mm head jack. Okay. This thing is going to give you a hard time to put back. A quick comparison here for those of you who wanted to know: JBL Flip 4 side by side with the TG117. Just about the same height and about the same width itself here. Controls are a bit different in terms of the layout for both speakers here, but you can see that they did try to knock it off. That's hard plastic. So for the most part, I gotta say this feels cheap, and the sound when you turn it on is a complete knockoff. You gotta long press it, by the way. And anybody with a JBL speaker would know that tone sound. It goes into pairing mode as you turn it on, by the way. So pairing is very simple. Once you go into the Bluetooth settings of your Android phone or your iPhone, you'll go ahead and have it turned on if it's off, and it'll start searching for nearby devices. And it's going to show up as TG117, which is the name of the model, okay? You'll get the pairing request, and you'll hear that knockoff tone sound as JBL would have, and that's not so fun. And now just a quick test to see if you turn it off, if it's going to actually reconnect once it's already paired for the first time when you turn it on a second time.
Bluetooth mode.
Okay, so it does reconnect. And now for some sound samples as to how loud this can go and the quality of this cheap, affordable speaker. Hold on to your eardrums and let's do it. And now a sound sample with a song that supposedly should have some heavy bass thump to it. We'll play it at max volume. Here we go. So bass lovers, you will most likely be disappointed if you were expecting something to have some heavy thump and vibrating. So for the controls itself, they are fairly easy to use, and you'll just have to memorize it yourself. So a single press on the power key itself is your play and pause here, as you can see, and I'm not going to be playing the audio because we don't want no copyright there. Long pressing the volume up will take you to the next bring up the volume, and then long pressing the volume down is going to lower the volume for you, okay? Now, if you single press the volume up, that's gonna take you to the next track, and short pressing the volume down will take you back track. So fairly easy to use and awesome stuff all the way. One of my biggest complaints on this part of this Bluetooth speaker here is this flap here. Once you remove it, it's gonna take forever to try to squeeze it back in there, and you'll probably get really annoyed by it. But it's got some cool stuff in here, like the charging, USB, and a TF for some songs that you can stick in there, and an auxiliary head jack, which is for this baby. So to wrap this video up, being that I was able to get this speaker for around $10 from the Temu app or website itself, I think this is definitely a great steal there for this price. You get somewhat of a loud speaker, no bass, I do understand that. Plastic material feels like if you drop it at a certain distance, it's gonna crack and break, so be careful with that. And even though it does say splash proof, it just means splash proof. But anything that would drench this thing in water would definitely destroy it, especially the fact that this flap app here doesn't do the job that it's supposed to. And in terms of battery life, as to how long this thing lasts, you'll probably get a good 2 hours at best. And just like every other cheap product out there that's electronic and has a good battery life but doesn't really last long, this baby here will start to die a little bit faster than it usually does in the long run, okay? But all in all, it's a great speaker. If you're looking for something simply just loud and you want to just have it in your room, then go for it. But if you're taking this outdoors, you might want to be careful. And it certainly makes a great gift if you don't plan to spend much for your friends or your loved one, but don't buy something too cheap for them because they might start to not like you anymore. And that is that, my friends. Thanks for watching, like and sub. And any questions, leave it in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer you. See ya.